Tom Thomson was born the fourth of 10 children in 1877. He grew up exploring woods and studying nature in rural Ontario, Canada. After landing in a career as a commercial artist, doing etchings and typography, he met a group of fellow graphic artists who began to pursue their own original art outside of work. He combined his love of nature and his new interest in painting landscapes by traveling for long periods into the wilderness in the Pacific Northwest in Ontario, Canada. An avid canoeist, fisherman, naturalist, woods guide, and explorer, his paintings reflect the rugged beauty he so loved in what would become Algonquin Park in Canada. Work with me now to recreate his famous painting, The Jack Pine, or use photos or nature itself as inspiration for your own original artwork. So for today's lesson, you're going to need some paper. I've chosen to use a square format because the artwork that I'm being inspired by is pretty much a square. I have a pencil and eraser to do a quick sketch, and I'm going to work in oil pastels. You could also work in marker, crayons, paints, colored pencils, whatever you like. So to start, I'm going to sketch my design. You might work from a photograph or a famous artwork, or you might go in nature and work directly there. We call that working en plein air. So I am basically using the Jack Pine, Tom Thomson's painting, as my inspiration. So I'm going to sketch the main idea of his painting onto my paper, and it might be a little hard to see my pencil lines, but they're there, I promise. So I'm just sketching the main parts in pencil really quickly, and then I'm going to go to my oil pastels. Okay, so that's all I'm doing with the pencil. Now I am going to do my drawing first with a red, and you'll see at the end what a cool effect that has. It almost creates a tiny bit of a red outline when you're finished, when you've colored over the red with all of your other cool colors. Alright, so I'm going over the main parts. Now this foreground, the little bit of land here that my trees are growing on, that's going to have a lot more red in it, so I'll come back with this red later. But for now, I'm going to stick with that. And then I'm going to work from the sky down because oil pastels are messy. And I don't want to smear my work over here while I'm working on this side of the paper. You can also choose to turn your paper while you're working. So he's got a progression of colors in the sky. I'm going to do those first, then the mountains, the lake, and then the foreground and the trees I'll save for last. Here we go.